Good night, my friend. This video is about a book, The Hero of Our Time by Mihail Lermontov. The very first book which I've read in 2015, and it really changed my life. Before that, the only book that I've read was pretty much a book about the fairy tales, maybe when I was 7 or 8, I can't really remember. It was a long time ago. And I just pretty much gave up on reading. I didn't read anything actually till I got 15, and then I went to the market with my mom, and then we just were buying all the books and the stuff which is needed for school. It was in the late summer, perhaps August, and then since we bought a lot of stuff, they gave us a bonus. They said you can get any book, and I've got two choices. I could get this book, The Hero of Our Time, or I could get another book about like fairy tales, I guess. Can't really remember, but what I do remember is that it was for the kids. So the choice was pretty much, easy. I got this book, it looked cool, and I read it. And it really changed my mind. It really changed my mind. It gave me a whole new experience. It's like opened a whole world to me, a whole new world. And it made me fall in love with reading. And one of the ideas that I got from this book is the idea of fate, which I actually already had, but this book only nurtured it. So the main character of this book, whose name is Pichorian, well, at least he's called that way, he's a fatalist. He believes in fate. He believes that everything in this world is predestined. It has some predetermined course, and there is no way that we can do anything that can change our fate. So we're like toys, there's a puppet master, and we're all just puppets on the stage. And I feel like, yeah, this whole idea resonated with me a lot, and I was like, yeah, I can relate to the main character. I just feel like him. Although the main character is not really a real character, just the personification of the whole society of 19th century, like Russian imperial society, the higher class, of course. He's a noble guy. So I'm not going to spoil you all the fun that this book can give you by stating the plot, the twists, the ending, etc. Although the ending part is actually a bit interesting, because I didn't really get it. Perhaps I might need to reread it once again, or just find some explanation because it's quite weird. It reminds me Master and Margarita, but that's just a whole nother story. So what I wanted to tell about fate is that a few months ago I realized that the fate is not really, predestined. Like God created people and He knew from the very beginning how we'll end up, but it's our choice. We have free will. I remember that one time when I went to the book club. I'm in a book club, and one of the guys was like, the philosophers already discovered that people do not have free will. We're not free in any sense. And I was against this whole idea. I was like who said it? I do not agree. I refuse to believe so. I refuse to believe that. It just doesn't make sense. People do have free will, in my opinion. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. Like, I can give an argument like this, like, when you want to breathe, you breathe. When you want to, like, have some food, you go grab some food from the refrigerator and you eat it. Yeah, you just do what you want. You can't really, like, break the laws of physics and do some unnatural stuff. But then I'm not saying that people are gods. I'm just saying that people have free will. Like, what's possible, what's within the realm of possibility, like, people can do that. Even the smallest thing, if you can do it because you wanted to do that, that means you have free will. But he was against the whole idea that people even have the wants that they decided to have. So people are having dreams, wants, which are like forced upon the human without human actually realizing that. And this I also do not agree with, because I can't really imagine how one can, like, defend this position. Like, I do what I want and I want what I want, not what someone forced me to want, I mean, I do realize that some dreams can be imposed because society, like, puts some pressure. It puts the seed in your brain when you're small. It teaches you, it indoctrinates you, and then you behave in a certain way, you think in a certain way, you're just doing what you're told, and that's it. And you believe that this is the life that you chose. And this is true. This is the life that you chose because you decided to follow what other people tell you. You had the freedom of choice, and you used your freedom of choice. You made your choice. Other people, they rebelled. They didn't want to follow what other people do. They wanted to do their own thing. They wanted to find their own path. They made their choice as well. They used their right of freedom of choice. So yeah, I think that's about it. In summary, I no longer believe that people have faith which is impossible to break or change. I fully realize that actually our fates are in our hands. I mean, I understand that we don't really choose how much we live, like how long our lives are gonna last, 50 years, 100 years. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about our actions, our thoughts, our intentions. These are in our hands. The quality of life is also in our hands. Like, we can't change the whole world, like, just because we wanted to do that and put some effort. I mean, some can, I guess, like Elon Musk or Donald Trump, Xi Jinping, like world leaders, they can do a lot of stuff. But people who have limited finances, who have limited power, they can't really do that, but they can change their own lives. They can move to another city, they can build their company, they can improve their skill stack, they can learn new things, etc. Like, yeah, I know it may take a lot of time, especially if someone is like 30, 40 and have kids and a lot of responsibilities. Yeah, that's gonna take a lot of time. But still, it's possible. So to wrap this up, I do believe that people have freedom of choice, and I believe that fate is in our hands, and that we can change our fate. We write our own destiny. Goodbye.